The Committee on Homeland Security will come to order. At the request of the ranking member, we'll begin the hearing. He will join us momentarily. The committee is meeting today to receive testimony on securing our nation's chemical facilities, building on the progress of the CFATS program. Since 2007, the Department of Homeland Security has administered a regulatory program that covers security measures at high-risk chemical facilities to protect against the threat of terrorist attack. Through CFATS, DHS works with chemical facility owners and operators to make sure they have safeguards in place to prevent a bad actor from gaining access to dangerous chemicals stored on site. In the past, this program has enjoyed broad bipartisan support on and off the Hill. Officials in the Bush administration, including former Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff, were among the first to call for a federal rule to secure chemical facilities. And officials from the Trump administration among the most recent. Last November, DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen wrote to Congress urging us to reauthorize CFATS. We continue to face one of the most serious terrorist threats environments since 9/11. Foreign terrorist organizations are urging recruits to use simple weapons, including toxic chemicals, to target public spaces and events. Clearly, this threat has not abated. Yet the department's authority to carry out CFATS came very close to lapsing last month until this committee that caused this committee to pass a short-term bill extending the program until 2020. For 8 years, CFATS was tied to annual appropriation cycle. Lacking the certainty of a multi-year authorization, DHS struggles to keep staff, develop long-term policies, and work with a regulated community that did not know if the rules would apply the following year. In 2014, Congress worked on a bicameral, bipartisan basis to finally put an end to this pattern by passing a multi-year authorization. I had hoped to work collaboratively in the last Congress, as we did in 2014, to give CFATS a long-term reauthorization. Unfortunately, that did not come to pass, and we once again found ourselves with no alternative but to pass another short-term extension. As chairman, I do not intend to let that happen again. This committee is acting early this Congress to get a reauthorization bill across the finish line. However, I do not plan to let reauthorization become an excuse to water down regulatory requirements or diminish the overall security value of the program. CFATS is already designed to give flexibility and deference to facility owners and operators. The requirements are non-prescriptive, meaning that regulated facilities can choose security measures that work for their unique environment so long as their site security plan generally adheres to a set of risk-based security principles. When DHS inspectors go out and find that a facility's security plan falls short, they work with that facility to address vulnerability. Thanks in part to the leadership of Director Wolf, who is testifying here today, the CFATS program is in place where Congress can build on a foundation that has already been laid. For example, there are currently half as many high-risk facilities in the U.S. as there were in 2007. I would like to understand how DHS is encouraging facilities to voluntarily reduce and remove chemical security risk and how we might put that data to good use. I also see reauthorization as an opportunity to figure out what's working and what's not. That may mean taking another look at how CFAT handle whistleblowers or deciding if expedited approval program is a good use of DHS's limited resources. Finally, there are some areas where the program continues to fall short. 6 years ago, there was a fertilizer plant explosion in West Texas that caused catastrophic damage and took the lives of first responders who had been called to the scene. On the screen above you is a picture of that scene where volunteer firemen went to that location not knowing what they were going to, and they lost their life. So we need to close that loophole because as a volunteer fireman myself, those public-spirited first responders did not know what they were going to until it was too late. So if CFATs had been in place, those individuals probably, given the information available, would not have approached it in the same light. So whatever we need to do to make sure information is being shared, this is a challenge we will address. I look forward to hearing from the panel today about how we might improve CFATs and make sure we give DHS and the regulated community the stability and certainty of a long-term reauthorization program.